Drivers of emergency vehicles are often frustrated by other drivers who do not know exactly what they should be doing when an emergency vehicle is behind them. The Traffic Safety Act gives emergency vehicles precedence when they are traveling to an emergency with their lights and sirens on. An emergency vehicle that does not have its lights and sirens on is not going to an emergency and is required to obey all traffic laws. When an emergency vehicle has its lights and sirens on, all drivers are required to safely move as far to the right-hand side of the road as possible until the emergency vehicle has passed. Additionally, they must not enter the next intersection until the emergency vehicle has passed. Drivers of emergency vehicles with their lights and sirens on are allowed to exceed the speed limit, pass other vehicles however they can, turn any direction from any lane, make U-turns, drive the wrong way down a highway, proceed through intersections when it is safe to do so regardless of traffic signals, and receive the right-of-way rather than yielding the right-of-way. All drivers should be aware of these provisions and drive accordingly. Never try to guess where an emergency vehicle is going. Drivers of emergency vehicles know that all other vehicles are required to pull to the right and expect drivers to do so. Operators of fire trucks regularly come upon drivers who are unsure of what they should be doing. Sometimes drivers choose to speed up rather than pull to the right. These drivers are of particular concern because they often exceed the speed limit and put themselves and others at risk. Sometimes drivers have no idea what to do. They ignore the emergency vehicle and continue to follow the regular rules of the road. Sometimes drivers panic and stop wherever they are. Sometimes drivers are completely distracted by loud music or others in their car and don't even realize there's an emergency vehicle behind them. At Saskatoon Fire and Protective Services, we understand that some drivers are on tight timelines and are frustrated by any delay. However, we only put our lights and sirens on when we are traveling to an emergency and immediately shut them off when we are notified that the emergency has been downgraded. Help us get to an emergency as quickly as possible by driving on the right-hand side of the road. You may be delayed, however, someday you or someone you love will be the one needing help.